Alright guys, we're on Fallout 4 Survival. This is part 4. And if you guys remember from last time, we had just picked up a quest from Abernathy farm. We had went and stopped off by our base, because I told you I was going to use the hot springs as my main base of operations. We were dropping off everything we didn't need, emptying out dog meat's inventory so we could take off. And that way we were getting ready just for a good old heading out to check out these raiders. We can retrieve that locket that old Abernathy was telling us about. And if you haven't already, guys, definitely drop us a subscribe. Of course, the bell also helps to let you know whenever we do stuff. But and if you haven't seen any of these videos yet, this is a playthrough of survival. If you hadn't noticed, it said I was getting peckish. So that means, of course, I have to actually monitor what I eat and drink and my sleep. And I actually lose stats as each of those go up. It's not too bad. We're still using the same thing of we have the vertibird fast travel. We can autosave whenever we would like. I try not to do it unless we're about to do something big. Not to abuse it, but it is helpful. I went and downloaded some other mods, and I have it not activated yet. And what I'm going to do is turn those on in a later video, so we can check those out, kind of like what we did at the hot springs. I'll check it out, walk through it, show you guys what's up on one mod. Then we'll finish up a video doing, a couple quests, traveling here, there, something. I don't want that to take up the whole thing. And then another video, we'll do another mod and continue on the story. Ooh. And so yeah, even in survival, where not only do you do crazy amounts of extra damage and you take a lot of extra damage, some of the realism is there. You're shooting something in a shell, it's not going to hurt it that much. And yeah, if you notice, when you take jet or really any of the chems in the game, as they call them, drugs, it definitely makes you super thirsty. It gives you that dry mouth. But of course, there's always the chance you can get addicted, and that is also another reason why I'm trying to be careful. But these things are going to destroy my world here. That's also why I'm running backwards as I'm trying to shoot them, because I do not want to have to deal with that. And also, don't forget, guys, in survival, your companions can die. Makes getting their ability they can teach you, their perk, a lot more challenging. Ooh. All that for some meat and a can. Ooh, bottle cap. Ooh. And see, I've took 2 jets, so I'm like, see, look, mildly dehydrated. Intelligence -4, luck -1, perception -2. It's crazy. What are you doing? You can't drink water through your power armor. That would make too much sense. But at the same time, you probably get water all up in it. But I mean, if you can walk through the water, it's gonna get in there. Just saying there. Especially since you can install micro scrubbers and you can drink liquid through your helmet, but you can't scoop up water. Psychotats. Yeah, I realized I could be drinking the water, but I had a lot of purified water I wanted to use up because it was taking up a lot of my weight. But yes, in technically a normal survival situation, it would have just been smart to drink that water, but at the same time, in a survival situation, you gotta think about it. That water's radiated. I've been boiling water and filling up bottles, because I've been actually trying to get purified water so I can recover my health, so I can, you know, get rid of my dehydration and not get radiation. That's always a plus. There's bad enough things I gotta deal with. See, I was gonna take these on one at a time, see what eggs I could pick up, but, you know, apparently dog meat has to stick his nose in everything. That's what I got him for. I'm gonna try to keep a companion through most of this game. I mean, I do know that when you get to the Institute, you can't bring anybody in there with you unless you bring, like, X688. But I haven't figured out which direction we're gonna go yet in storyline. I mean, I've thought about trying to get, like, the super peaceful ending where everyone's alive, everyone's happy. I think you have to be enemies basically with the Institute and you shut them down, but the railroad stays, the Brotherhood stays, the Minutemen are there, something like that. I don't quite remember. I haven't tried that one yet, but I know I can do a Minutemen quest and not affect the railroad or the Brotherhood or the Institute, unless I go, as long as I don't, you know, worry about the castle. So I probably will do a few bit of that in a little bit and join them, and because it's always entertaining. It's just the point of the annoying part of Preston constantly telling you, hey, go help these people. And that's one of the main reasons I wanted to get a way to fast travel.
Hell yeah.
Because I didn't want it to be like, hey, the settlement's being attacked. Okay, I have no way to get there, so they're gonna die. But I didn't want it to be just a cheap thing of, oh, I'm gonna fast travel. Getting a vertibird and flying over there. They're still waiting, but it's not as long as it would take for me to walk. So it gives them a chance to kind of fight on their own. But we'll see how it works out. I haven't had to do that yet because I only have Sanctuary and Red Rocket. No one lives in Red Rocket. So, and I do know that the first few quests are actually the same with Preston. I know you gotta go to Concord. I know you have to help Tin Pines with the Raiders. But after that, he starts sending you to other places going, hey, another settlement, blah, 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 blah. Go help them. Checking through this computer over here, and there's pretty much dump with a giant, you know, sentry bot just chilling outside. You see, they just dropped him off. Doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it. Why would they throw it away? Think about taking one of these things home. Setting up to mow my lawn. What would you think? I don't know. I think it's meant for war, mowing the grass. I'm pretty sure it would not work. Yeah, most of these Protractons are missing everything. A couple of the other nearby sites that they keep getting them to. Big mistake. Weird that it's cheaper to dump them than to send them back and attach new arms. Means there's probably something else going on, buddy. See, some weird guy dressed in black troops dropped off a sentry bot. It wouldn't say where. See? Things get suspicious. Sounds more like they're just trying to set up security and do all sorts of different things. I was joking about doing this. Don't look at the holotape. If these guys dumped it out there, there's a good reason, and you probably don't want to get mixed up. We have an easy job. Come in a couple times a week, walk perimeter, go home. Don't screw it up, man. See? 1 Protectron. 15. Decommissioned this. And see, I took the holotape out. Of course you gotta, you know, take everything. That's always a plus. And see, just how you notice, I can't do this, I can't do that. Yes, we're not in a cave, but I want to do that so I could show you guys how strong this thing is, because it will wreck me. I didn't want to have to go through all that again just to show you guys, because I am going to die. I know I will. Especially on survival. I mean, I've heard of other people playing through this difficulty and it just being horrible. And I'm not at a very high level. It doesn't matter that I have power armor. I just want you guys to see how insane it will be on this difficulty. Oh my god, let's see, I took the holotape so I can load it up and start it off. And it's gonna get crazy. See, I can even do it on the Pip-Boy. So of course that means the Pip-Boy has wireless technology. I mean, I guess that everyone else already figured that out. I can receive radio wave signals, but... See, there we go. And of course, yes, I have one vertebrae grenade. I need to actually hit more. Unless I just use that. When I'm down to one, I try to save it. And I want to use it to take me back to Sanctuary where I could build more grenades. So I can get around. And for those of you who are asking and haven't seen me make them yet, the grenades do actually require a good bit of items. One of them happens to be ammunition. I think it's like .308 rounds. So I actually have to use up bullets, which is not something you want to use up in any type of post-apocalyptic environment, especially with the survival difficulty. And yes, I was trying to get the dog to inspect the to check out the robot. So he pretty much just drives around. He checks the perimeter. See, combat. See, do not interfere with security operations. Doesn't attack. Just goes about his business, patrolling the perimeter like he's supposed to. See, I even told Dominic, get him. Threat analysis yellow, green. Perimeter secure. He was going after the mole rat. See, it's just. And see, I even figured if I let the mole rats fight him off, start off a little bit of damage, so I could actually, you know, try to take him down. No. This is where I screw up. Wait for it. Because there you go. I knew it. That's my luck. I missed those shots, and of course, what happens? I end up hitting this guy. And look, has a skull. That means he's so much higher level than me that there's no way I'm gonna beat him. And look, it even shows you the damage. After all that, I barely would do anything. And I don't know why, but I just had to pick that flower. Quit harvesting flowers. It's okay. Help your companion. What's wrong with me? Yeah, see, he's dying. Try to use a stim pack on him. Look, my health is already almost down. He's venting out stuff. That's the best way to do damage. Oh, look at that. Best way to take it down. Oh my goodness. It's like he wants to just give me an evil hug. I don't know why I didn't use that to begin with, but hey. Mildly dehydrated? Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's drink some waters before we start wasting stim packs. Still feel better, but you're thirsty. It's okay. Because while we're going slow, our health will be regenerating. Even if we only use the jet to reload, it's okay. That's still something that... do whatever. Just need to stay away from them. See? Stim pack. Oh, yeah, see, our suppressed immunity is still going. We have a chance of getting sick. Don't think I'm going to catch a sickness from a robot. But hey, who knows? I will say this, though. This dude is going to go down. Let's see if I can get it done to that P in the word prototype. I'm doing good by staying away from him. He should net me a lot of experience, actually, if I can take him down. But if I remember correctly, from fighting these guys on a regular difficulty, after so long, when normal tactics don't work, they pretty much they switch them up to basically learn from however you fight them. So he's trying to slam me too close to use rocket launchers. I should have been doing this to begin with, shooting at his legs. It won't do as much damage, but if I can cripple one of them, You know, it actually did make it harder for him to do that. That's the thing I'm talking about. Becoming a threat, I'm too far away, charge at me. It pretty much can almost kill me. Where'd he go? Where's he at? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It was horrible. And yes, it didn't look like I was dead, because I was able to use items. But, yeah, I died. That's why I said I was gonna autosave. And, no, I didn't. I definitely did not turn that thing back on. Maybe after I, gain a few levels, and maybe get a little bit more powerful of a gun, I'll go take him down. I mean, if I get some pulse grenades, or a pulse mine, I guess, really, that'd be perfect. Throw a couple of those down, and as soon as he comes up, just pop him in the head. But, not right now. It's a good idea to go back later. Because I know, I mean, usually you can get a fusion core out of them, which will be great. And yes, I know some people think it is cheap, because I'm using power armor. It's survival. And I would assume in a survival situation, you would use anything you could to survive, and not just, you know, whatever's around, I guess. That's kind of what I'm doing. So, I mean, plus to me it makes it, yes, it seems like I could take a little bit more damage because I have pseudo armor. But I'm also slower. It kind of really can't be sneaky because you can hear me coming. And I like the idea that it's something that can break. Like in the other games, the older ones, you could actually break your guns, you could break your armor, and you had to repair them. I like the power armor in this because it's like that. It gives me extra radiation protection, energy damage, and, you know, bullets. But as they spend time shooting at me, pieces start falling off and I have to repair it, which means I have to use up my supplies. Compared to just regular armor, I like that. I have to actually use my supplies, and in survival, when you're trying to, you know, live through the post-apocalyptic world, you're not going to want to use that much stuff up. So, I mean, like I said, yeah, it kind of, you know, in some realities it may not seem realistic because you don't have power armor in the real world, but I mean, hey, if you could strap metal to you in some places, hey, to make it a little bit more bulletproof, pretty sure you'd take the chance. This looks like the raider hideout, but before I go in that door, I want to make sure there is no one hiding out. Screwdriver and a toaster. That just seems really intelligent. I really hope that people have not become that dumb. I guess not everybody has electricity, so it's whatever. And I'm gonna check around. I don't want anyone to be hiding around that door when I come back out to jump me and surprise me here. Plus, I might get lucky and find some goodies. Or get the teetotal crap scared out of me because that mannequin in the corner. So that makes it worse, just falling on me. Mannequin's already creepy enough. Now they're in games and showing up and being weird. Oh well. There is one plus side to power armor, and that is the fact you can just do that. But, I mean, I would say I would try not to abuse it, but there are some other gameplays I've done on a normal difficulty where I'm just in the top of a super high building and I just jump off, or for those who've played through the story, I've jumped off the Pridwin just to land in the Boston airport, even though I could just take a vertibird down, just because it's fun. But, I mean, it has a drawback. If you land near people, you hurt them, and then they get mad. But yeah, some of the stuff in survival would be fun to see. I know I don't want to have to fight. I would not have to want to fight Liberty Prime. That would be terrifying. Yeah, see, it says I'm hidden, but I'm wearing armor. So, I mean, how hidden can I be, really? Especially with a dog. That girl's locket's around here somewhere. And I told those people I would find it. Where are you hiding it at? Where would you keep it? Needs a computer to open it. I'm trying to sneak. Ooh, yeah. That also helps me not only take out people, but hey, that's another way to help use up weight, because most thrown projectiles weigh about 0.5 pounds. Every 2 of those I throw right in my face, light myself on fire, but every 2 of those I throw I lose a pound. And I don't know if you notice, I can only carry 145 pounds. And that's the other thing they did in survival. Your carry weight's a lot less, so that strength help buff is going to help. That strong back perk is going to help. That lone wanderer perk is going to help. Because that's what I'm going to put points into when I can. It's not going to be, it's going to add up. Alright, see? Your health is low, use the stim pack. We got that message earlier when we got attacked by a robot. But I'm a dumb butt and apparently can't aim with a freaking Molotov cocktail. Horrible. You are properly hydrated. Good. Glad to know that. I'm sorry, I can carry 245 pounds. That's another helpful thing for the armor. You feel caffeine in your veins. Weakness. You take more damage. Yay.
Come on out.
Ooh, see there, someone right there. It's also why I put the silencer on the pistol there, so they can't hear me blasting this guy. And I'm not gonna lie, it does seem better to get rid of the bodies so there's no questioning it, because I know they did make the AI in this game pretty intelligent. So I was trying to move the corpse, and here comes the dog trying to get out of there. That way when they come around the corner they don't see that. Yeah, think about it. You see a dead body on the floor, you ain't gonna want to go up there. But he could just be up there, screwing around.
Playing games with me, huh?
Playing games? Yeah, I am. Why don't you come up here and find out, buddy? Your friend's up here with the dog. I mean, I don't know where he is, but
Come on, I dare you.
Ack, love your name, man. I just completely love it. There we go. Didn't kill anyone, but hey, it's whatever. I still got 3 of these left.
To hide. It'll all be over soon.
Extra boost of experience with Mentat's definitely good. I'm loving the fact survival gives you a crap load of experience, because leveling up is good. Go
No sign of him now.
slowly around.
Let's go eat him starving.
Oh, is someone gonna pop out on me?
I
Says
got
I'm
it.
hit. Oh, of course, people everywhere. Just screw it.
Wrong fight.
Oh, look, it's Akak, yeah. You know what? It's gonna crit on your face. Ooh, Akak with the ponytail there. I don't like the fact you're just running at me here with the stick here, buddy. Dog meat's taking somebody down. And I did download a mod that makes it to where it reduces the threshold for damage so I can get experience. Because it was a certain percentage based on. And with the mod, as long as you at least do something to them, you get the experience. Originally it was you had to do so much percent damage, and if you didn't and your companion just killed them, then you didn't get any experience. Now as long as you at least shoot it at once, That's it. Hit it with, do something. So I can target everybody in VATS once, at least hit them once, and then let dog me do whatever. But it's the point of that way, I'm not trying to fight somebody off and then somebody shows up and steals my kill and I don't get crap for it. Thing. Alright, I think I took them all down. Now the problem is, let's see what all I can carry. Because I'm probably going to have to come back here later, after the video, and actually pick up all the scraps remaining, items. Because there's no way I'm going to carry all their stuff from the limited amount of stuff I can carry and wipe it out. But like I said, I'll worry about that later after the video, because I want you guys to be able to see what's going on first, and I don't want to waste y'all's time with just me making however many trips it's going to take. So, but don't worry, I'll leave that boring part out of running back and forth. But I do know that it's a locket. We will go do some Minutemen stuff here in a bit. I just wanted to get a couple levels first because I guess, again with the spoiler, I did not want to have to fight that death claw at the very beginning of the game because I wanted maybe a little bit extra health. So the fact that I don't get just wrecked whenever I try to take it out, because yeah, you get a minigun and yeah, it's gonna be cool, but I mean, it ain't gonna be doing much for me there if it's just coming around all freaking at me all crazy. Yeah, I'll be doing extra damage, but I can only imagine a death claw is gonna one hit you in survival. Rad roaches! Oh my god! Look at the size of that thing. See, that's the rad roaches I'm thinking of. That one behind him is a little bigger. Looks like he's been alive for a while. Then you have the legendary one in the corner. He's as big as dog meat. Oh, see, like, look. 50% plus 50 damage since my aiming. Well, that won't do me any good. The chain gun's probably still gonna be my best bet against the death claw, but it's gonna suck. I know where he's gonna come out of, so maybe if I can time it right, like before I go into the museum, if I can get some landmines or whatever set up around the hole in the ground he's gonna come out of, maybe they can kind of help start off the fight, maybe make it a little easier for me. But my issue is there's raiders that can walk on them and set them off, because the raiders show up first. I mean, yeah, I'd kill them, but see, I don't know if the death claw is underneath there waiting, or if the game waits to spawn him until then. Freaking rad roaches everywhere. We'll find out. It'll probably be in a few videos when we decide to go start helping them out. I do like the fact of not having to listen to Preston. Another settlement needs your help. Deep breath, sigh, want to strangle him, smile and be like, okay. But the good news is we have the locket for the Abernathys, so that means we'll be able to use their farm. Ooh. We do need to get some build ideas though, of what we're going to do with Sanctuary, what we're going to do with all these other places, like if we should build walls, if we should make a place into a store. What I did in my original game, you guys could leave me definitely comments below, was I think it was Overland Station is what I used, but I basically turned one into like a caravan place. There was a building where people sat at a desk and she worked. Kind of made me think of New Vegas. And she basically, I said it was the caravan owner, but that's all they did was just sit there. But it added defense to because the desk was one of the guard ones. Yeah, pick that up, dog, because you can carry that. Don't look at me like that. You can carry that. And then just every person who lived there was a caravan person, so that way I could link up all my settlements. So that way, of course, and if you don't know how that works, your workbenches is where you can store your items to build. Well, if a settlement is linked to another settlement, they share their workbenches. And then another easy way to do it, like, is if I link Sanctuary to 10 pines. And then I link Sanctuary to Oberland, it draws a line. Now, since they're all connected together basically. They travel back and forth. Your caravan people bring supplies back and forth, so they're all there, which is useful. But I may do that again with Oberland. I may make them another caravan hub just because it seems like a good place to do it from. Because I'd build like I think I'd use the junk fence in my other playthrough, which is what I'll probably do again. And then like outside the doors I had 2 turrets, and I had the doors are on each side of the actual train tracks that were there, which was fitting since they were the big giant junk doors. So if anyone ever actually fixed up a train and made it where it worked, it actually would be able to seem like it would be able to fit through the doors to almost like it could come through the city, stop, and unload supplies. But I basically, I had like a garden with a couple people who stayed behind and, maintained it. So when the caravanners did stop in, they could drop off any personal belongings in their little house and trade, and then carry out again back to their city of their destination. And then I had of course I had a clinic, so there was a doctor there, and then I had a general goods shopkeeper. So there was 2 gardeners, shopkeeper, clinic, and then I had the main person in charge. Everyone else that was there was caravanners. I think they're called provisioners in this one, but yeah. And that way, every time I needed another route, I would just go there, find a way to add a bed, and there you go. And then, of course, with the more people you have, because they still count as people, you gotta raise your defenses. But I know I've been talking about all whole building stuff, but we'll definitely get to that. And like I said, I'm trying to figure out what I can carry here. I'm gonna have to come back later and do a bunch of runs, just so I can carry a bunch of stuff back and forth. Because the only thing bad about dog meat is he really can't carry that much weight. But it makes it great because Lone Wanderer kicks in really good, so I can carry extra stuff. But you guys definitely should leave me a comment if I should go a certain path in the storyline. If I should, you guys want me to kill off Brotherhood? Do you think I should kill off the Railroad, the Institute, be friends with all of them? Stuff like that. Like I said, I know I can go talk to Preston and it won't ruin anything, so it's some quest I can do for some experience. And in survival, that's always good. Plus, people to help protect Sanctuary, my home. Even though I'm going to stay at the hot springs, it's still nearby. So if Sanctuary stays safe, the hot springs will. That's the way I look at it. Plus the defenses, if I build them right in Sanctuary, can reach the hot springs. I know laser turrets can. So they can kind of share and help out. See, if it was my husband who didn't get shot, he would know how to work all this stuff because he was in the army. I'm still trying to figure out power armor here and there. It's just not working out. But hey, we're gonna get it figured out. We're gonna see what we can do here, so I can get that girl's locket back. System error. Satellite dish offline. What about database network? Database network is granted to authorized person only. Well, how do I get authorized access? System error. Alright. Guess it's been down for so long it just doesn't work that great. Fancy lady cakes. A Broxo cleaner. Don't look at me like that, dog meat. I'm not gonna eat it. We're not that desperate yet. Well, if you guys did like this, the next video, like I said, I'm gonna go turn in that locket, and definitely gonna go start checking out Preston and them, since I got a couple levels so I can go fight that Deathclaw. Drop me a like and definitely subscribe. We'll see you next time on part 5. Bye!